Now, in today's lecture, we will see tachometry. Tachometry is a branch of surveying in which horizontal and vertical distances are determined by taking angular observation. Here, using chain and tape, directly distances are measured, but where it is not possible to use chain and tape, such as steep slope is there, broken ground is there. So, at such locations, it is not possible to carry out linear measurement using this conventional method of chaining and taping fails there. So, chaining operation is completely eliminated. Chaining operation is not conducted in this tachometry. Now, tachometric surveying is adopted in rough and difficult terrain where direct leveling and chaining are either not possible or very tedious, very difficult. A lot of errors may be introduced during measurement using chain and tape on such a at such a locations. So tachometry is best in such a at such a places, though it is not very accurate, but it is used in location surveys for railways, roads and reservoirs. In preliminary survey, in recognition survey, it is very useful to get the approximate or to work out approximately cost of projects, the reservoir capacity approximately we can work out using tachometry, and very rapidly we can work out using tachometer. So tachometric surveying is very rapid and reasonable contour map can be prepared for investigation works within a short time. So this is the main objective, this is the main advantage of using this tachometer. So tachometer now today is nothing but the theodolite, transit theodolite, which is fitted with additional lens, that is additional ring, that is diaphragm ring. Now diaphragm ring is nothing but which is having additional to horizontal hair and vertical hair. There are two more additional horizontal hairs which are equidistant from the central horizontal line. These hairs helps us to note down the staff readings. Now we will see this how these hairs looks like. Before that, see here the characteristics of tachometer. Now the value of multiplying constant, that is f upon I, should be 100, and telescope should be powerful, having magnification of 20 to 30 times the diameter. Then operation of the object aperture of the objective should be of 35 to 45 millimeter diameter for there to get the bright and clear image. Then the telescope should be fitted with an analytic lens to make the additive constant, that is a plus d, and some authors, some they are using a plus c, it is also correct. So a plus d or additive constant equal to 0. Then eyepiece should be of greater magnifying power than the usual, so that it is possible to obtain the clear staff reading from very long distance. Now next part in this is to draw the sketch from the given data. Now in the problem, there are two types of problems, they are there in the diploma syllabus of MSBT, where line of sight is horizontal and line of sight is inclined. Now and the staff is held vertical in both the conditions. Now in this picture it is shown line of sight is inclined. See here, this is indicating the instrument station, this one is the staff station, and this is the required distance between instrument station and staff station, which is denoted by d and theta. See here, carefully observe this, it is indicated from this horizontal line, or it is also called as a line of sight, or the this is also reduced level of instrument axis. This is the instrument axis, this dotted line indicates instrument axis, dotted line, and the angle is shown from instrument axis to this middle line. Now middle line is nothing but this is the line on this diaphragm ring. So diaphragm ring consists of three lines, upper hair, this one is central or middle hair, and this one is lower hair. Now corresponding to these three hairs we get the three readings on the staff, and the upper hair minus lower hair gives us the staff required staff readings. Now this one is the vertical distance from this instrument axis, vertical distance of central hair from instrument axis, and h is the distance between central hair reading from the actual position of ground point. So in this way the sketch we have to drawn so that we can solve the problem easily. It is very important to draw the sketch correctly, as sketch or drawing is the language of engineers. Now next is we will discuss line of sight inclined in downward direction. Line of sight is inclined and staff is kept vertical. So here this is the ground point, this is one is the instrument station, and this distance is required between instrument station and the staff station. Now this horizontal distance we are going to determine using tachometer. Now for this purpose set up the instrument, carry out centering, carry out leveling, and bisect, carry out focusing of the eyepiece so that the three hairs should be clear and bright when we are going to look through this eyepiece. Then bisect, rotate the telescope to bisect the staff, and start to note down the staff readings with the help of focusing screw. Focus the focusing screw so that these three hairs are clearly distinct or clearly visible. Now these three lines are indicating the three staff hairs. The upper hair indicates upper staff hair reading, this middle line indicates middle staff or central hair reading, and this lower line indicates, which is drawn from this instrument station to staff station, it is indicating lower stadia hair or lower hair reading. Then the upper hair reading minus lower hair reading gives us the value s. We are going to see the formula हम देखने वाले हैं. Staff it is also called as staff intercept. Now once again see here the distance from instrument axis or line of or the axis of instrument or line of sight to the middle hair or central hair, it is known as vertical hair, and the distance from ground point to the central hair, it is denoted by small h. Now when we are going to determine the elevation, this v and h are required. So see here now the formulas which are used in tachometer. So d is equal to f upon I, that is multiplying constant. F upon I is nothing but multiplying constant, and which is usually equal to 100 into s. S is staff intercept, and cos square theta. Now theta is the angle of elevation between line of sight or the axis of instrument and this central hair reading. So this angle that we have to note down in tachometer. Okay, tachometer is nothing but, once again I am telling, it is the theodolite fitted with diaphragm ring. So f upon I into s into cos square theta plus a plus d cos theta. So this is formula to calculate the horizontal distance d, and theta we have to measure on the vernier A and vernier B of this tachometer. We will get the theta, and f upon I and f plus d will be given by the manufacturer. S the staff intercept that we have to record during the field observation, the staff reading. Upper hair minus lower hair reading will gives us the value of will gives us the value of s. Then vertical hair vertical distance v is equal to f upon I into s into sine 2 theta divided by 2 plus a plus d sine theta. Now here the angle here, the point is below the instrument axis or line of sight. So this theta is in the observation table it is recorded as negative, but angle cannot be negative. In the calculation we have to take these values positive only. This theta here angle of depression in this problem. Now if analytic lens is present, here the formula reduces to d is equal to f upon I into staff intercept into cos square theta, and vertical distance is equal to v is equal to f upon I, that is multiplying constant, into s staff intercept into sine 2 theta divided by 2. Okay, so here we will stop here in this lecture of tachometer. In next lecture we will see problems on tachometer. Thank you for observing this video.